Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And we have another top 10 for you, but this is a special one. It's special because you want to make sure to subscribe so you can see all of our vlogs about this stuff coming up, because it's another Gen Con top 10 list. This is our top 10 list of non-board game things to do at Gen Con.
Gen Con is the mecca for all things board gaming, and we love that. We've already made a top 10 list about our anticipated games that are being released or you can demo or whatever at Gen Con. So be sure to check that out if you are interested in any of that. But there is so much more to do at Gen Con than just play games or buy games. Yeah. There's all kinds of cool events and RPGs and different things that you can play and do. But yeah, as far as the non-gaming things, there's just a million things that you can do, and we want to highlight our 10 favorite things that you can do at Gen Con that are not gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's do ladies first.
Thanks. All right, our number 10 is the Balloon Dude. Okay, so every single year there's this guy who creates this awesome balloon sculpture. The thing that's fun about it is it's in the main hall before you go into the dealer hall, and he's always adding to it. So every day that you see it, it's going to be different and bigger and greater. And then on the last day, Sunday, they just destroy the whole thing. So it's a fundraiser. So the whole time it's fundraising. Oftentimes there's a different company that's kind of sponsoring it. Like last year, it was the op. They did Gnome Hollow, so he made this gnome hollow with all these gnomes in it, and you could actually go inside it. It was the coolest thing. Like I said, it just grows every single day until eventually it's destroyed.
Yeah, you could auction to be the person who is the first one pop balloons or whatever.
Yeah.
That's really fun. All right, so our number 9 non-gaming thing to do at Gen Con are in the film festival. There's kind of this nerd culture films that get made, and maybe they're about gaming, maybe they're about just other nerdy things, or maybe they're just by nerds who love gaming. And there's this film festival that's showing all these different films, and some of them are shorts. There's a short film festival, and there's kind of longer form as well. I don't normally attend this. It's not something that I like to do.
You don't even think about it.
Because we're usually having meetings and different things. We're on the go for too much. However, it was really drawn into our attention last year as a viable thing to do when our friend / brother, Matt, had a back injury. And he could not walk and do all the walking of the aisles and the halls and things like that. He had to take things a little bit slower, or a lot of bit slower, and take lots of rest. So the film festival ended up being really nice for him. He could just kind of go, get to there, kind of chill out for a little bit, watch these cool movies, these cool little films, and then go and do something else, come back, rest for a little while, as he's, so that way he's still participating without having to be in constant motion. Because let's be real, this is you're moving constantly for Gen Con. Even if you have games scheduled, you're still having to go from place to place to place to play those games. So you're just moving a lot. So that is a cool thing. If you're into those kinds of indie films, that's a great place to check them out.
All right, our number 8 is live shows. Did you know that there's just a ton of live shows at Gen Con? A ton of them. There's live music. There's even musicians that are playing live all throughout the convention hall. They are allowed to be there. They'll have a sign of it. I am okay. I'm okay to be here. There's live shows. There's live.
Can we just go there and just put one of the signs up too?
We should.
It's okay that we're here. Trust us.
Okay. We're supposed to be here. There's comedy shows. There's also live RPGs that are happening. Right now, I don't follow a lot of that, but I'm sure if you went on the event page, it would be people that you know or podcasts that you know, and they do events live at Gen Con.
Dimension 20 was there last year, and they are hilarious always. There's definitely worth going to see some of those shows, especially that match your specific interests.
Yeah.
All right, our number 7 thing to do is there is an auction going on, basically all of Gen Con. People can put up weird and cool and rare things for auction, and they're auctioned off. Maybe it's a first edition board game. Maybe it's a comic book that's kind of rare. Maybe it's some handmade gaming accessory. Whatever the case is, maybe it's a whole lot of games. Maybe it's kind of dark, but someone passed away, and they have a whole gaming collection that is now up for auction. It's going to go to charity or whatever. So they just go in there, and you can just see what kind of interesting, weird things are being bid on, and maybe you can get some for yourself. And then in the room adjacent to it, at least in the previous years, I'm not sure how it is this year exactly, but in the room next to it, there is, I call it a Dutch auction. I'm not sure exactly what they call it, but the concept is they have multiple prices listed on a game. So you can walk through this big room full of games, and you can put your own games in there as well. And on the first day, the price is this high. The second day, if it's still there, the price goes down. And in the third day, if it's still there, the price is even lower. So that's this miniature kind of push your luck game within Gen Con, where you can go there and maybe you find a really cool game, but the price is like maybe just a little bit higher than you wanted, but you're like, man, if I wait till the next day, I know it's going to be gone. So maybe I buy it now, but maybe I wait till the next day.
Yeah.
So I like kind of going through there, perusing that, and just seeing what kind of deals I can find on bizarre first edition games or things that are maybe signed by publisher or signed by designers, whatever the case is. You can find some really interesting stuff both in the auction and in what I'm calling the Dutch auction room.
Okay, our number 6 is mainly it's our kid column. So this is stuff that kids can do. There is a button thing. So Catan every year always does this button thing where they give you one set, whether it's cheap, wood, whatever, and then you have to go switch and trade with people throughout the thing. So it's, I don't know what, we just call it the button collection thing. There's probably like a real word for it, but it's a really fun thing for kids to go. You just have your set and you try to swap with people so you can get a full set like you're playing Catan. Another thing is this is an organization that goes there. It's Motley Kids. I know I talk about them every year, and it might annoy some people. I just really like what they do, and I really, really value it, especially as my kids are almost aging out of that. I still think it's awesome, and it's great that it exists. When we first started going, it was so small, and now it's huge. So they have ticketed events where you can do My First RPG, you can learn like kids taekwondo, you can do crafting. They have all sorts of age-appropriate things for children. The volunteers or the workers actually like kids, which is nice. Some people work with kids and they don't really like them. You've all had that teacher. You know who I'm talking about. And then they also have another room where it's just like open. They have all these like cardboard boxes that the kids can build and do stuff with. It's just so cool. We, in the past like 2 or 3 years, we ended up going there as almost like a lunch hour. So the kids would craft while we ate. It was just like a chill time. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. Kid friendly. Messes don't scare them. They're not afraid of children. It is just great.
All right, so the number 5 thing that you can do at Gen Con that is not gaming related is eat. Who doesn't love to eat? And there's a couple things I want to mention. First of all, there is the Gen Con sponsored block party. And there's this whole kind of parking lot, this whole blocked off area that is just an old school block party. There's food trucks everywhere. There's music playing. There's concerts going on. There's a Gen Con beer every year that Sun King puts out. And so there's a specific beer that kind of matches, has like a funny gaming theme or whatever, if that's your thing. And many of the food trucks and restaurants around there serve that beer. And there's just all kinds of cool foods, and just the atmosphere is just really party. Yeah. Everyone's just kind of just loud and just high energy. And this other thing is, a lot of the restaurants around the downtown have specific Gen Con menus. And let's be real, it's probably their real menus that they do serve
like
anything.
Stamped geeky names.
They would put on like funny like D&D themed names or Lord of the Rings themed menu titles. We had one that was like a Mario. Their whole menu was Mario themed. And they did that special for Gen Con. It was, welcome Gen Con people, This is a big deal. It's a big economic boon for Indianapolis' downtown every single, Gen Con. So it's enough to the point where they make fun menus and they make it fun for, to attract, all of us nerds to go and play or to eat at their restaurant. So look for those opportunities. I mean, you couldn't do it for every meal because it'd be a little too much money, but at least for us, but it's definitely worth going to a couple of those every single time you're at Gen Con, just kind of see what's up and go to that food truck area, go to that block party and just have a great time.
All right, our number 4 is cosplay, but not just like general cosplay. I'm watching people cosplay, which is a lot of fun, and we do enjoy that. You can also participate. I will probably see you participate because I'm looking for you. Anyway, so there is cosplay, but they also have competition. And so when the people are dressed up, there's like a parade that happens of all the cosplayers, and then they go and get judged. So this is an event that you can participate in, or you can just watch. You can just watch all these people who are so creative. I think that's the thing that gets me about cosplay, is a lot of these people are just not only they're very creative, and people can come up with stuff, but the implementation of these costumes I just think is amazing. So many of these people are making all of these costumes from scratch, and I'm just like absolutely blown away by that. That like is amazing to me. So I love watching that, and the fact that there's this whole event dedicated to just that. They even have in that main hall right there, they've blocked out a section so people who are dressed up can stand in that section. So if you want to get pictures, you can go with them instead of it harming traffic. So it's all like contained in this area.
Our number 3 favorite thing to do at Gen Con that is not gaming related is the card Hala. If you might be familiar with the phrase Valhalla, that's like the place in the Viking mythology. It's like their heaven or whatever. Okay, but card Hala, what it is Valhalla for cards. All of these cards get to go to heaven because they are destroyed while they're making these amazing buildings. I might even try to find a picture of one of the previous years, and I'll place it right here. Let's see if I was able to do that. But what it is
it's going to be really funny if you weren't.
All of these, Pokemon, Magic cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, whatever they are, all the commons that are worth practically nothing, right? What they do is they get donated to this card Hala, and then these people just volunteer. They just have fun. They just go and fold all these cards and make essentially card towers out of all these cards. And some of these structures they make are absolutely amazing.
Pretty impressive.
So similar to like the balloon dude, over the course of the time, there's structures are getting taller and taller and more impressive. And then, so not only is that impressive, right? But then at the very, very end of it, similar to the balloon guy again, donations are taken so that you can actually throw money at the towers to try to knock them over. So you can destroy all of Card Hala, and all that money, all those proceeds go to charity as well. So it's just really fun to see you kind of build up, and then it's also super fun to see you get torn down. So keep your eye out for that. And again, I'll try to put a picture up.
All right, our number 2 is going to be no surprise to anybody who's followed our channel for any length of time, and that is, of course, the Orc Stop. It's the best 5K in gaming. So this is a 5K that is done in downtown in the White
River State Park.
Thank you. And it is absolutely beautiful. It happens right as the sun is rising, so it's really early, but it's happened as the sun is rising. So you're starting, and it's
dusk or whatever.
Dusk. I was going to say dawn. I was like, that's not. Wait, it is dawn.
Whatever. This is dark out.
It's dark out, but it doesn't. It ends light by the time you're done. But it's so cool. I really like it. They are actually adding rucking, is that what it's called? Where like people wear like stuff in honor of the military. That's where you wear the backpacks. Somebody out here, you know what I'm talking about. They're actually adding that this year, which I think is really, really cool. I love this thing. I am actually not participating this year because I totally forgot to sign up because it sells out like that. But I love it, and it's so early. And I know I mentioned that like 5 times, but the reason why that's awesome is like you still have your whole convention day ahead of you. So you started good. You started with this really beautiful, peaceful 3-mile run with a bunch of other nerds, and then you still get to enjoy like the complete convention. I just think it's great. It's wonderful, and I love that there is this event at Gen Con.
I ran it once, and I volunteered for it as well to like hand out water, and you've ran it a bunch of times, and it's just so cool. It's a great property that they run on. The state park is just really gorgeous, and it's so close to everything else that's going on.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, so this is going to be something that we do. Our number 1...
It's cheeky.
Our number 1 favorite thing we like to do at Gen Con that is not gaming related is... and you might get, your mileage may vary on this, but we make our own bingo cards. So our family of 4, plus some of our friends that go with us, we all, before Gen Con starts, we make a bingo card of things we think we might see or experience at Gen Con, and then as they happen, at the end of the day, we go through and we check them off and see who can get a bingo first. And we do things like different cosplay outfits we might see.
Yeah.
Or maybe if we see a giant version of a game, or maybe someone who's wearing a specific t-shirt that we think is, we wanted to see. We saw last year for sale. We're hoping to see someone else wearing it the next year, or maybe a very specific game getting played out in the wild.
Or celebrity, board game celebrity.
Yeah, maybe running into a certain celebrity, and you get to cross that off on your bingo card. So anything that's kind of you think you might see or experience at Gen Con, it has to be. It can't be too easy. Like
a costume.
Yeah,
2 costumes.
So everybody, we make our own bingo boards, and
so
then
they're all unique.
So they're all unique, and they're all randomized, and then we just go and do our Gen Con, and at the end of the night, we see how close we are to getting a bingo.
Yeah.
And then inevitably what happens is, even after someone gets a bingo, we keep on
keep
going.
Yeah.
We wait to see if someone can fill their whole page up. It is this really fun little meta thing that within all of Gen Con that we do every year. We recommend you guys try it too. It is so silly and so fun. There's these free printable versions of bingo cards you can find online, or you just make it if you're good at Excel, or even with a Sharpie.
Yeah.
It's still worth it, and it's a lot of fun. So that way, it kind of encourages you to go and do and see weird things also.
Yeah.
If you're just like kind of have your head down and you're just like, I'm going to get to my game, I'm going to play my game, then I'm going to go to this one booth that I wanted to check out, and then I'm going to go back to my hotel, You're missing out on so many cool, weird, interesting things that might be going on at Gen Con. That's what this whole list is about. And that's why our ultimate, conclusion is this bingo card. It encourages you to go do and see weird experiences, so that way you're getting your absolute most out of it. There's so much to do at Gen Con, and gaming is amazing, and gaming culture is amazing. And if you can experience a little bit of all of it, you're going to be so happy you did.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching it. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see all of our vlogs that we're going to be doing all about Gen Con while we're there. Until then, you can find us in all of these places.
In the vlogs, we'll even show you our bingo cards, maybe.
Probably not.
I'm going to win.
Probably not.
You guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you at Gen Con. Bye, everybody. You guys, thanks for watching our shenanigans. As always, we appreciate it. Over here, if you follow this link, you're going to find a playlist we've hand-selected, handcrafted just for you because you watched this video.
And if you check over here, this is a video that YouTube thinks you might like. So you can check that out if you want as well.
All right, we appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye.